And 13 investigates an addiction epidemic, and it's growing, especially among young women. We have discovered so many Hoosiers of all ages addicted to prescription drugs, and the numbers are simply alarming tonight. Here's Eyewitness News anchor Scott Swan, who shows us who's getting hooked, how they're getting the drugs, and how to recognize the warning signs for you and your family.
Woo! Good job, baby!
With a young son and a fiance, Laura Sox now has a lot to live for.
Good job, mister.
But it wasn't always that way. At 16, there were smiles, but also struggles. Laura says she had culture shock after transferring from a private Christian school to a public school. Her family was dealing with health and financial issues.
Basically, I got overwhelmed with life, and I didn't want to feel the way I was feeling, so I opted to live in oblivion and numbness.
Laura first turned to alcohol and then prescription drugs.
I just kept using. Everything spiraled out of control.
She hung out with the wrong crowd that gave her prescription medication, feeding her growing habit.
I would alternate between fentanyl and morphine and Vicodin and Xanax and Klonopins and Percocets. I would pray at night that I wouldn't wake up in the morning.
Cindy Miller became hooked on prescription pills after suffering an arm injury.
Before my feet hit the floor in the morning, my mind went straight to, I need my pills.
When doctors took her off the medication, she spent her entire life savings on drugs, even pawned off her mother's jewelry.
I ended up trying to seek drugs on the street and ended up using crack cocaine because that's all someone could find for me. This is where I ended up.
Cindy took me back to the East Side neighborhood where she hit rock bottom.
I literally slept in the bushes on the side. I had an old sheet that I put down there, and that's where I slept.
You were homeless at that point?
Homeless, absolutely.
It's actually an epidemic at the moment.
Dr. Tim Kelly is the medical director at Fairbanks. He estimates up to 40% of people using prescription medication are getting addicted.
Many of the patients I'm seeing are getting medication, these addictive medications from multiple sources.
Some addicts tell Eyewitness News they buy them illegally on the street, fake injuries to get drugs from doctors, and go to emergency rooms and immediate care centers. Police tell us addicts will also steal from the medicine cabinets of parents, friends, and neighbors. Experts say Indiana is higher than the national average in prescription drug abuse, and some of the addicts are very young. 3% of 8th graders, nearly 6% of 10th graders, and more than 6% of 12th graders are using prescription painkillers. Laura says the percentages were much higher at her school.
I would say 75% probably with the prescription drugs.
75%?
Yeah.
Sounds like a lot of kids.
It was.
Experts say most of the addicts in Indiana are women, white, between the ages of 18 and 34. People like Laura.
Did you consider yourself a drug addict?
Yeah, for sure.
Both women say their addiction ended when they sought professional help.
No one can do this themselves. Everyone needs help with this. It is impossible to do it alone.
Cindy's family life now is better. She has a job helping the homeless in Hancock County.
If I can just help one person, I feel like I've done what God's put me here to do.
Look, there's Percy.
Laura says her son and fiance are her motivations to stay clean.
If I take just one pill, it'll be downhill from there.
And reminders on a bathroom mirror point the way.
Take away my difficulties, that victory over them may bear witness to those I would help of your power, your love, and your way of life. May I do your will always. Amen. Amen.
Here are the warning signs that your child or someone you know may be abusing prescription drugs. First of all, erratic behavior. Are they sedated or are they slurring their words? Their relationship with friends and family is declining. Also, are they having trouble in school or losing interest in things that they used to like? Are they changing friends or hanging out with the wrong crowd? Withdrawing to their room or maybe staying at friends' houses more often than normal? Experts say those are the red flags and the time to begin asking questions. We have resources for you on WTHR.com to help if you know of someone who may be addicted to prescription drugs. Scott Swan, Channel 13 Eyewitness News.
Now, 2 state lawmakers have actually introduced bills to tighten requirements for prescribing narcotics. We'll keep you posted on their progress.